What's up, everybody? This is John with Adventures in the South, and we have another product review for you. We bought this Bass Pro Shops folding fillet table a while back and haven't used it yet. Had it sitting in our garage, but we're on a camping trip here in beautiful Lake Hartwell, and we've decided that we will go ahead and use it. We're going to unbox it, set it up, and then tell you our thoughts about it. But it is the 43-inch by 23-inch model. I think they make a couple of different models. This is one of the smaller ones. It has folding legs, has a faucet, it has a hose and a drain where you can put a bucket underneath and catch everything that's coming off of it. All right, so let's get it unboxed and see what it looks like. The box is worse for the wear. We've had it sitting in our garage, and it has taken some abuse over the last year or so. All right, so it's pretty well packaged. Comes with some plastic here. Looks like your accessories are all together in one bag there. Your drain and your faucet and all your gaskets. Fortunately, I did bring tools with me if I do need tools. So far, I'm liking the construction of this. So my thoughts was, we don't clean a lot of fish on our camping trips, but what we do is we do a lot of cooking, and I wanted something that I could kind of double as a fish cleaning table and a camping kitchen cooking table, and I think this might do the job. Your legs fold out, and we'll get that going here in a second. That's what the top looks like. You actually have a ruler here, so you can measure your fish, and it goes up to 30 inches. It looks like you got a little bit of a basin here, which is perfect actually. We'll probably use this to cook on as well as clean fish. Like I said, this is what we were kind of looking for to replace an old kitchen table that we had a while back. They just lasted about 10 years and is done. This kind of solves everything, gives us somewhere to wash dishes at, and it also gives us a surface we can chop food on, prepare stuff, and then also we can set our stove here on the end and cook on it. So I think I'm going to be pretty happy with this. So we're going to go ahead and put everything together. I'm going to go ahead and spread the legs out, so I'm going to turn it around. Let's go ahead and lock the legs in, and they push them all the way down and just make sure these lock into place. Same thing with the other side. It's got a little nipple here and then a little hole there, so you want those to pop into place like that. And that's it. And the height of it, of course I got debris here. The height of it's pretty good, and I'd say both for cooking and for cleaning fish. I really like this. Just looking at it, I really like it. Material seems like kind of like a plastic cutting board material. Very nice. We're going to get the drain and the faucet out, and we're going to put all that together. All right, so I moved in a little closer so you can see a little more detail what's going on here with the table fully set up. Very good height. I like this height. I really, really like this height. It's almost like a countertop height. And this is going to be very workable. This is going to be perfect for what we want to use it for, cleaning fish and cooking and preparing food, and just as our surface as a kitchen, outdoor kitchen. So this list at Bass Pro for $79.99. We actually paid a lot less for this. I want to say we paid $39, like half off, and it was during a Black Friday deal like a year and a half ago. So we have some instructions. Everything is in this bag. You got your drain, you got your drain hose, and a lot of gaskets. You have your part of your drain there as well. This is your connection for your water, for your spigot. Have some instructions. And we've already completed steps 1 through 5 just with setting the table up. That's a good look at that. 1 through 5 we've already done. And then nicely wrapped up in some foam wrap is our spigot. And I like the spigot. Quality seems pretty decent for something this cheap. So, and it comes with like a plastic, so it feels like metal. Pretty much all metal. The handle's plastic. The fitting on the bottom is plastic, but the rest of this is metal except for, I don't know. Maybe that is plastic. It feels like metal. It feels heavy though. I think at the very minimum, this is metal here, the body. All right, so let's open up this part of it. And we did bring a 5-gallon bucket with us. So we plan to use this with water connected to it. Got a lot of gaskets here. Got a stopper. That's cool for your drain. Nice little touch. All right, and we'll start putting all this together. Okay, to assemble your drain, the very first thing you're going to do is you're going to want to put your nut down inside the hex part of the bottom of the drain here, just like that. Next thing, you're going to take one of these washers, and you have 2 of them. They're identical. One's going to go on the top of the drain, one's going to go on the bottom. So you're going to insert one just like that. You're going to insert one just like that, so it's there. And then you're going to take your strainer, you're going to put it here on top. Next, you're going to take your bottom part of your drain and you're going to put the second washer here, and this part is going to go on the bottom side. And then you're going to run this screw through the top, tighten it down, and that completes the assembly of the drain. So we'll pull it back for you so you can see the bottom side as we're doing this. Just spinning it probably would be the easiest thing to do, although your washer is going to go everywhere. It's a very long screw. Not sure why they had to make the screw so long. It seems like everything's that way. And you can probably just hand tighten this by spinning the bottom part of the drain and holding the top of it. It doesn't have to be super tight. You can always go back with a screwdriver if you want and tighten it more. We're just going to hand tighten it. And I'll show you once we have it all together what it looks like. So what we have left is our drain tube, our gasket for it, which goes inside here. And then we have our stopper. So this is the top. That's what the top looks like. You got your gasket underneath, your screw going through, and then your bottom. That's what your bottom looks like with the bottom of the drain screwed on. Now you have a nice sink stopper here. You just push down in there, just like that. Perfect. Our last step here is going to be connecting the drain hose. And this drain hose actually collapses, but it also expands, so you can expand it out and use whatever length you need. So I'm going to lift this up here and I'll move around so you can see me. But we're going to take this and we're going to screw it on the bottom here. Screw it on. Fortunately, this table's not very heavy. Just hand tighten it. It'll be adequate. And then once it's tight, you can place a 5-gallon bucket underneath that, and that's exactly what we're going to do. You can place a 5-gallon bucket underneath it, and that'll catch everything that'll come out of your drain. Now, next for our spigot or faucet here, we're going to put it on now. So what you're going to do now is you're going to remove this nut, and it already has a washer underneath it. Very simple. And actually that was loose, so you probably want to make sure your faucet nut there is tight. That's nice too, because you can kind of adjust it the way you want it. Once you get this off, you're going to leave the washer on it because you want that on the top. You're going to take the nut and you're going to put it on the bottom and tighten it up. And I will say, I am sweating profusely. It is a very hot late June day, and I'm in the direct sun, and it's probably about 100 degrees a day. So I'll be glad to have this finished. All right, and you can just hand tighten that. You don't really need to be any tighter than that. And then you can adjust it. I would suggest adjusting it over to where the faucet is over the basin, but you can do whatever you want with that. So we're not going to be using this part in our setup. We're just going to connect it to the faucet, and then we're going to connect our water hose to it. We're going to show you what it looks like with all that connected with water coming out of it. So for now, we're going to connect our fitting here, and it's the smaller one of the two that you're going to connect. Make sure your gasket is still there. And then we're going to hook up our water hose, and we'll show you exactly how this thing works. I would recommend just hand tightening these unless it leaks. If it doesn't leak, I wouldn't worry about having it super tight. You could always come back and tighten it some more. We're going to grab our hose real quick. And we have one of those expandable hoses that has a valve on it, which is really cool. I'm going to remove the spray nozzle that came with this particular hose. This came from Home Depot. It was a really good deal. I think it was 30 bucks. And I love these expandable. It's a pocket hose. This is a 50, I believe. So you're just going to connect your hose down here just like this. And I like the fact that I have this pocket hose with, I would recommend a pocket hose for your camping. They're great. And the water's already on, so hopefully everything's gonna go well here. We're gonna grab our bucket, and actually, you know what? I'm not gonna worry about that. All right, so our water's already on. I just turned on our valve, and no leaks. We'll check it. But up here, everything's good. Underneath, I don't see any leaks there. Looks all nice and watertight, perfect. And this is what it looks like when you turn it on. Hopefully you don't have brown water coming out like that. Ooh, that water's super hot. But there you go. I'm really impressed with this product, especially since I paid only $40 for it. I mean, it's really worth that. And 70 is not a push for this. I think this is worth $70. BassPro.com. You can search for fish cleaning table. This is going to be the 43 by 23, I believe, and you're going to get it for $79. You can probably catch it on sale Black Friday or some of the other sales. They usually will have this on sale most of the time when they're doing a big sale. But this is great. I'm really happy with it, and we're going to use this on our camping trip. And so far, so good. Let me grab my bucket, and I'll show you what it looks like with the bucket. So here's a better look at the table set up, just walking around. And there is my 5-gallon bucket underneath. And I can adjust this down further if I want. I really like this. This is a really nice table. And even if you're not a fisherman, this would be great for camping. It's going to get used mostly for camping. And we're going to use it here on our camping trip. We're staying in a camper cabin at Lake Hartwell in the upstate of South Carolina. But this is where I'm going to set my stove up and do all my cooking. And I would give this product, I haven't used it yet, but out of the box and assembled, it was very easy to put together. I would give this a 9 out of 10. It's a great product. I'm actually quite impressed with this. I'm impressed with how thick the top is. The surface feels really sturdy. The legs feel pretty sturdy. I like the faucet. It seems to be pretty rigid. It seems like decent quality. Pull the stopper out, and there you can see water's going into the bucket. Great if you're cleaning fish and you got all kinds of blood and guts and stuff going down the drain. You can just take that bucket and dump it, or if you're using it like we're going to use it, you can wash your dishes or cook, wash your tabletop off, and dump your bucket out afterwards. Very nice product. Well, we hope you enjoyed this unboxing, assembly, and review of the Bass Pro Shops 43 by 23 fish cleaning table. And if you did, hit that thumbs up button like in this video. Subscribe to our channel. You'll get notifications of product reviews, camping trips, fishing trips, campground reviews, campground tours, and all kinds of other cool stuff, camping, fishing, outdoors related. And check out our website, adventuresinthesouth.com. We appreciate it. Have more fun camping.